The global auto industry is standing at the edge of a revolution, and this time the spotlight is not just on traditional giants from Germany, Japan, or the United States. The world is turning its eyes to China, a nation that has quietly but powerfully transformed itself into a hub of automotive innovation. In recent years, Chinese automakers have moved from being labeled as low-cost imitators to becoming leaders of futuristic design, cutting-edge electric vehicle technology, and bold new mobility concepts that are shaking the foundation of the car market. The upcoming lineup of Chinese cars doesn't just promise incremental improvements, it signals a disruption so powerful that drivers, critics, and even rival companies are watching in awe. When we talk about the next phase of automotive evolution, these Chinese cars are not just entering the global stage. They are storming it with confidence, ambition, and a vision that could redefine what it means to drive in the 21st century. The story of Chinese cars is no longer about catching up. It's about leading. For decades, Western and Japanese automakers dominated conversations about quality, innovation, and performance. But China invested heavily in electric vehicles, battery technology, and futuristic designs that prioritize sustainability while pushing the limits of style and performance. That investment is now paying off, and the results are nothing short of groundbreaking. As governments push for cleaner energy and consumers demand smarter, more connected driving experiences, Chinese automakers are unveiling vehicles that don't just meet expectations, they exceed them in ways few thought possible. These cars are not only coming to compete, they are coming to shock the global market. One of the reasons Chinese cars are making such a big impact is their bold approach to design and engineering. Instead of copying what's already on the road, many brands are pushing boundaries with vehicles that look like they've been pulled straight from a science fiction movie. Imagine walking into a showroom and seeing a car with sleek lines, aerodynamic perfection, and an interior that feels more like a luxury spaceship than a traditional automobile. This is the kind of innovation that is making car enthusiasts around the world stop and take notice. And it's not just about appearances under the hood, or rather under the chassis. These cars are powered by advanced electric drivetrains, cutting-edge solid-state or high-density batteries, and AI-driven systems that redefine what driving means. Chinese automakers have also cracked the code on affordability without compromising quality. For years, electric vehicles were seen as luxury items, often priced out of reach for the average consumer. Tesla, for example, brought EVs into the spotlight but remained in the premium segment for a long time. China, however, is bringing groundbreaking EVs to the market at prices that are accessible to middle-class families, students, and everyday commuters. This aggressive strategy is making EV adoption skyrocket, not only in China, but also in emerging global markets. And now, these cars are not staying confined within national borders. They're being exported, introduced, and celebrated in Europe, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and soon, the United States. When we talk about the 5 groundbreaking Chinese cars set to stun the world, it's important to understand that these are not just vehicles, they are statements. They represent China's confidence in its engineering, its vision for the future, and its ability to challenge century-old automotive traditions. Each of these cars brings something unique to the table, whether it's world-class battery range that makes long trips worry-free, autonomous driving features that rival Silicon Valley innovations, or luxurious interiors that rival German automakers, all while being sold at prices that undercut competitors. This combination of futuristic innovation and practical affordability is exactly why the global industry is watching with anticipation, and in some cases, with fear. The rise of these Chinese cars is not an overnight success story. For more than a decade, China has invested billions in EV infrastructure, battery development, and research and development for smart mobility. The government backed ambitious policies that encouraged adoption, created subsidies, and fueled massive competition among domestic automakers. Companies like BYD, NIO, XPeng, Zeekr, and Geely turned that competition into a proving ground, each striving to outdo the other with vehicles that could appeal to both local and international buyers. Today, those efforts are bearing fruit, And the results are 5 cars that could completely change the way the world views Chinese vehicles. Imagine a car that gives you over 1,000 kilometers of range on a single charge, faster than anything most Western automakers have achieved. Picture another model that integrates AI so seamlessly that your car becomes not just a mode of transport, but a personal assistant, learning your preferences, predicting your needs, and making driving smoother, safer, and more enjoyable. Now consider interiors designed with such meticulous attention to comfort and technology that stepping inside feels like entering a luxury lounge rather than an automobile. Add to that the fact that these cars are often priced at half the cost of their European or American rivals, and it becomes clear why industry experts say the future of cars may very well be Chinese. Every revolution has a tipping point, and the entry of these 5 groundbreaking cars into global markets might just be that moment for the auto industry. The dominance of Western brands is being challenged not with cheap alternatives, but with superior products that deliver more for less. For consumers, this is exciting news, as it means better choices, better technology, and more competitive pricing. For established automakers, however, it's a wake-up call. Companies that once dismissed Chinese cars as irrelevant now see them as direct threats to their market share. Already, in places like Europe, Chinese EVs are gaining traction, with more drivers choosing them for their range, design, and affordability. It's no longer about whether Chinese cars can compete, it's about how quickly they'll take over.